वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल। सो आज इतनी लेट क्यों व्लॉग शुरू हो रहा है? दैट इज़ बिकॉज आई एम गोइंग टू द कॉन्सर्ट, द AP Dhillon concert, and I am very excited for it. I mean, who wouldn't be? But as of for me, I am really very excited, and that is because अगर आप ये चीज़ मुझे बोलते like 2 to 3 years back, I would have not believed it because 2-3 साल पहले I had zero friends, zero social circle. I was so bad with socializing with people, and मतलब एक पॉइंट तो ऐसा था कि I thought कि लाइफ में कभी मेरे दोस्त बन नहीं सकते हैं. I had social anxiety. I'm using the serum, by the way. I used to have social anxiety, and I know it's really hard to believe because a person with social anxiety talking on a camera, going to a concert does not sound familiar. Neither it did to me, but of course I worked on it very much, and that was a part of me which I won't say that I want to that I regret that part of me, or that I don't want to remember any of it, because it taught me so much about myself and what it feels like to be, different from people, not blending in with people. I feel that very much. And एक पॉइंट तो ऐसा था लाइफ में where I just stopped trying. मैंने सोच लिया था कि I will not make any friends, and I know it's a very silly thing for some people, like what's the big deal of making friends? I don't know, isn't that very normal to have friends? I mean, for some people, yeah, it's very normal, but for people like me, it was a very kind of like a task. It was a task for me to go and talk to people and have just some real conversations. I just used to do it. So how my social anxiety started was when I went to college. Actually, it didn't start at that point, but I mean, obviously it started way too back, but the reactions were more prominent when I started to go into college. And एक पॉइंट ऐसा आ गया था मेरी लाइफ में कि आई यूज़ टू गो कॉलेज और लेक्चर अटेंड करती थी, उसके बाद मैं सीधा वॉशरूम में जाके अपने आप को लॉक कर लेती थी, और I just couldn't stop shaking because I was so feared. I was very feared by I don't know what. I did meet some very good people who used to help me at that point, but it didn't really work until and unless I started to try myself too. I mean, of course, if you are dealing through this, I get you guys, and I know how painful it is, and it's like you are suffering from it day by day, and you're not even able to, express it to anyone. So that used to happen with me, but one day I did express it to my parents. My mother was sitting, and I just started crying in front of her. I'm not able to do my college. I'm very nervous. I cried. I told her how I used to go and just lock myself in the washroom and used to shake myself and everything. I told her everything, and I'm really grateful that my parents are very supportive and they listened to me. They understood my problem. And my dad is a very good lecturer. He motivates me like nobody can. So obviously we had some talks. He used to give me pep talks about how I should get through with it, how I should start going out, start loving my own company. And after that I realized that when I started to like myself, when I started to like my own company, that is when the game changed. बहुत ज़्यादा नेगेटिविटी अपने आप को लेकर बढ़ गई थी, सेल्फ हेट, एवरीथिंग. तो obviously my dad really helped me in talking through it, and he just said कि बेटा, if you want to start going out with people, if you want people to like you, first like yourself. Yeah, so after that what I did was I started to go out by myself. I started to go on some solo dates, and I know it was very scary for me. In the initial time, it was very scary for me. I always used to think that people are judging me, that what kind of a loser she is, that she's sitting alone by herself. I watched movies alone. Went to I went on workshops alone. I used to go out to eat alone. Everything, I started to do everything that I wanted to do with my friends, and I started to go on solo dates. That is when I liked myself. I started liking myself. I was like, okay, I'm fun too, I can be alone. And that actually changed the whole game for me. Initially when I was going through everything, मेरे को ये लगता था कि I need people, I need friends to have fun. But थोड़े टाइम बाद it was clear to me कि I don't need them. I just want to look more approachable to people and look more fun to people rather than actually have fun. If you're actually going through with any of it, then I would recommend that to please talk to someone who you know will understand you and will not judge you. I told my sister about it, and और उस टाइम तक ऐसा हो गया था कि मेरी फ्रस्ट्रेशन बहुत बढ़ गई थी, इतना एंगर भर गया था मेरे अंदर. तो आई टोल्ड माई सिस्टर अबाउट इट. So my sister studied psychology, and she advised me to start writing journals and express my thoughts about it and express my feelings in it, everything in it. I used to write about 3 to 4 pages a time. मेरे को इतना वो फीलिंग्स, आई वॉज सो ओवरवेल्म्ड बाई फीलिंग्स. भी कह लो मेंटल हेल्थ इतनी ज़्यादा ओपन नहीं हुई है हमारी सोसाइटी में, जो एक्चुअली में आई थिंक सबसे बड़ा ड्रॉबैक है. और उसके लिए हम किसी को ब्लेम नहीं कर सकते. इट्स जस्ट कि हम लोग जस्ट अनअवेयर हैं, हमारे को पता ही नहीं है कि ये चीज़ें भी होती हैं. तो उस पॉइंट पे आई हैड नो आइडिया कि सोशल एंग्जाइटी नाम की कोई चीज़ होती है, और आई एम गोइंग थ्रू विद इट. तो मैंने जर्नलिंग स्टार्ट करी, और जर्नलिंग करके येस इट मेड अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस. मेरी फ्रस्ट्रेशन लेवल, मेरे एंगर प्रॉब्लम्स बहुत लेवल तक कम हुए. बट लाइक आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि कम्प्लीटली कम हो गए, बिकॉज आई एम स्टिल डीलिंग विद अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. बिकॉज अभी भी ऐसा होता है कि जब मेरे को ऐसे 3-4 जगहों से काम आ जाता है या कुछ भी ऐसी चीज़ होती है, आई गेट ओवरवेल्म्ड वेरी इजीली. और इतना ओवरवेलमिंग नेचर की वजह से मैं बहुत ज़्यादा इमोशनल हो जाती हूँ, बहुत ज़्यादा मूडी हो जाती हूँ. तो या आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि आई एम फुली रिकवर्ड फ्रॉम इट, बट येस टू एन एक्सटेंट आई वर्कड अ लॉट ऑन माई सेल्फ. मैंने अपना जिम ज्वाइन करा था. अगर लाइक मेरे पास अगर कोई फ़ोटोज़ हुई तो मैं ज़रूर उसमें पोस्ट करूँगी. बट उस टाइम पे मैं बहुत ही ज़्यादा सेल्फ कॉन्शियस थी, और मैं जिम में एंट्री करती थी लाइक बैगी स्वेट्स, वो भी इतनी इतनी फुल बाजू में, और गर्मी होती थी उस टाइम पे, बट स्टिल भी मैं बैगी स्वेट शर्ट पहन के जाती थी बिकॉज मेरे को बहुत सेल्फ कॉन्शियस फील होता था. मैंने बहुत अपने अंदर देखी है. बट आज की डेट में अगर मैं सेम जिम में, आज भी मैं उसी सेम जिम में जा रही हूँ, और जब मैं वहाँ जाती हूँ एंड आई सी हाउ कॉन्फिडेंट आई एम, हाउ आई एम गोइंग थ्रू ईच एंड एवरी एक्सरसाइज, मज़े से एक्सरसाइज कर रही हूँ, किसी का ध्यान नहीं है कि कौन मुझे देख रहा है कौन नहीं देख रहा है. तो आई फील वेरी वेरी प्राउड ऑफ माई सेल्फ. एंड ऐसा हो गया कि यार आई डिड इट फाइनली. आई एम एबल टू act and be like a normal person around everyone. Like आज की डेट में भी अगर मेरे को कोई ऐसा दिखता है तो I try to make a conversation with them, because all I wanted at that point of time कि कोई मेरे साथ conversation करे और मुझे normal feel होए. तो I try my best, और इसीलिए मैं कह रही हूँ कि आज की डेट में जो भी मेरी personality है, that is very much dependent on how I dealt with all of these problems. Okay, is this earrings looking good? I think it's looking good. And I hope I'm looking good. And I'm not sure about these earrings. Maybe I'll change it. I have a few other options as well, so I'll see if this looks good or not. अभी मैं पूछूंगी नीचे जाके कि क्या अच्छा लग रहा है कि नहीं लग रहा. So that is it कि how I dealt with social anxiety and how I struggled, I won't say struggled, how I went through it और किस तरीके से I worked on it. इंस्टेड ये चीज़ सोचने के कि कैसे इस चीज़ के थ्रू हम मतलब इसको और एनर्जी देने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, इसके बारे में और सोचने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. जस्ट स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन योर सेल्फ and start learning about I started learning about God and how his ways work, and start learning about new things, reading books, start new hobbies, go out yourself, start to love yourself, and everything will just come out of your way. तो अभी मैं बहुत ज़्यादा लेट हो चुकी हूँ, so I'll just quickly wind up and let's go. आपको लेकर चलते हैं और दिखाते हैं कि कैसा था हमारा. चुके हैं for the concert और I took the scarf on top of this, you know, ताकि ठंडा लगे. और ये बहुत ही क्यूट है और एक्चुअली मैंने पूरी ड्रेस इस स्कार्फ के अराउंड ही प्लान करी थी. तो येस, आई एम वेरी 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 एक्साइटेड.